Hey, how are you doing, Betty? I spoke with Shelly yesterday. I believe it was yesterday, and she said that it was okay to go ahead and forward this video over to you guys. And this video is just a brief analysis of your website, and some key things stood out to me, things that I think you guys could start implementing today to almost become like a magnet to your business and to your site and bring in more clients and customers. And so I'm going to go over those three key tips today. And if by the end of this video you like what you've seen, you like what you've heard, and you would love like more information, then please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to answer any questions you may have and help out in any way I can with your business deep clean. Um, Now you may be wondering, why I do videos like this. Honestly, there are a lot of SEO companies, and even a lot of web design companies who know a few things about SEO, but honestly do not know the extensive material and things that actually help people bring in clients. I'm a very results focused person, very numbers focused person, and even when I'm helping out a business, I like to be able to go and look each month and see what I am doing, and see how it's actually helping and bringing in more customers, bringing in more revenue on a monthly basis. And so I do this as just a way to give value, first of all, but also as a way to provide some insight and information for you as a business owner that you can take. And like I said, these tips is very practical stuff, things you can start doing today to really boost your site and really beat out the competition. And we're going to look at some of your one of your competitors in just a second. But if if by the end of this video you're like, I'm good, that's fine too. No harm, no foul. Please still feel free to take these tips and begin using them today. So let's go ahead and get started. The three key tips I want to go over are content, citations, and backlinks. When I'm talking about content, I'm talking about everything on the front page. By the way, I love this look on your front page here. It catches my eye, so I really like that. And this logo is really neat as well. Simple but straight to the point. I like it. So when we're talking about content, I'm talking about everything on your front page here, including this background, including this picture right here. Now Google and also what's behind the pictures. A lot of people don't know what is behind the pictures is also important, and Google uses that information when they are trying to decide what sites to rank higher in the search engines and which ones that are a bit lower or on the second, third, fourth, and fifth pages of the Google search engine. So Google likes to see between 1,000, 1,500 words, even upwards of 2,000. There are times where I will even encourage business owners to have about 2,500 words on their front page. With Google, one thing that I like to think of it as is less of a search engine and more as a popularity contest. So the more the merrier with Google. You can't have too much content on your site. When you look at sites like Wikipedia, just about anything you type in Google, one of the first sites to pop up will be Wikipedia because of their content. If you've ever gone and scanned down through their site, you'll see they've got loads and loads of content, and that is one of the reasons why they attract as much traffic as they do. And so one thing I tell people is you want to have enough content so that it is clear what you do and where you do it at and how you do it. You also want to make sure you have enough content so that you can include keywords, key phrases, and key terms that potential clients are putting into Google when they are searching for the type of services you have to offer. And so what I try to tell people is that, keywords when we're talking about content, keywords are extremely important because you literally can take a key phrase that people use when they type into Google, and you can put that phrase in your content, and it will act as a magnet to draw people to your site. This is why companies who have blogs, like I see you guys have a blog, they're awesome. This is why companies who have blogs, like, you can really capitalize on that blog and optimize on those keywords. And so what I tell people also is what I would encourage you to do is go through and look through your content. So if I go here, I love these drop down menus, by the way. Clients love drop downs because it's easy, um, and very user friendly. What I would encourage you to do is make sure that you are avoiding something called keyword stuffing. That is where you take a bunch of key terms and you put it in one paragraph per se. Well, Google recognizes that because they say to themselves, there's no way that this is just a coincidence that all of these key terms end up in one space. And so it's kind of like, it looks like you're hacking the system, and they actually dock points for that. And so what I encourage you to do, and I did content for a very long time, so I definitely have some experience with this. And what helped me was to space out the key terms one word every 100 words. Because if you are using keywords, you want to make sure you are getting points for that. You want to make sure that you are getting the traffic you deserve. And so that is what I suggest when it comes to content. Now, I looked up you guys' competition, and I crawled their page, and I saw they had almost 4,000 words. Now, there are probably some words hiding behind the pictures as well, but I pretty much just scanned their site and then did use a copy and paste tool and put it here in wordcounter.net, and I saw they've got a little bit over 3,500 words. So therefore, I'd encourage you guys to do, and this is not hard, by the way. Content is not a difficult thing to do, especially with your blog. I love that you guys have a blog. I'd encourage you to throw about 4,000 words up there, and that will definitely beat out your competition. I looked up. There's of course several different cleaning services that are at the top, but for example, homecleaning.nyc. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of them or not, but this was a site I looked at just as a kind of competition, for competition's sake. So yeah, like I said, they've got a little bit over 3,500. If you guys got 4,000, that would be a huge help. And I'm going to show you something else about keywords in just a second, but I want to talk about citations now, because citations are also very important. So if I go over here, I've typed into Google cleaning service Manhattan, and the reason I typed that in specifically is because it is a key term and it's getting a lot of traffic, believe it or not. So there are a good amount of people. I'm going to show you this specific number. There are actually, I can show you right now. So right here we see cleaning service Manhattan, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this tool in a second as well. We see cleaning service Manhattan. This term on average is getting 250 searches a month. So that's one of the reasons I typed that in. I could have also typed in deep house cleaning, move out cleaning NYC, but I typed that in, and it showed me that this business is one of the companies that is at the top for that keyword. So they are really optimizing on that keyword. So when I talk about citations, I'm talking about a business name. I'm just using these for example because this is what popped up. So my clean, for example, business name, business phone number, and business address, listed across multiple online directories and listed accurately. Excuse me. The reason that I put an emphasis on listed accurately is because what many people don't realize is that if you've got your business information in Facebook, for example, and you've also got your business information in Yellow Pages or in Yelp, if that information is not accurate, Google docks points for that. And so one thing, Betty, I would highly encourage you to do is to take a few minutes next time you've got some free time and just look at your different places where your information is cited and make sure that everything is accurate across the board. Because, like I said, you want to make sure that your business is getting the attention it deserves. And so, something like an address or a number or business hours or office information, anything like that, it being accurate actually adds to how valid Google sees your business. Third thing I want to talk a little bit about is something called backlinks. Now, I pulled this up earlier for the keywords to show you guys keywords. This site platform is called Ahrefs. I love Ahrefs because it is the closest to Google's analytics that I have found. You'll also in the SEO world hear maybe of platforms like SEMrush or Majestic. And they are all really, really good. I always suggest them if you want to, play around in the SEO world and kind of get familiar with it. But like I said, I use Ahrefs because I think it's very accurate. I also like numbers, and I love to see when I'm helping a business, I want to actually see how what I am doing is helping them grow. And so it allows me to track things on a monthly basis. So when we're talking about backlinks, I want you to think of a platform, a website, even a blog that is passing power and sharing their authority with your site. You may also have heard of the term link juice. So when people say link juice, they are also talking about backlinks. It's kind of a silly name, but that's what it is. It's link juice. So right now I can see you've got 24 referring domains or 24 authoritative platforms, authoritative websites, passing back to you 98 backlinks. And that is resulting in a score, a domain rating score of a 1 and a URL rating score of 19. And one thing that I am wondering here is if you have, okay, so down here, we can see what type of backlinks you have. So you've got 32 do follow, which means they are passing the proper authority to your site, but the majority of your backlinks are no follow. So these links are supposed to be passing power back to your site, but they are not. Now, no follow links are still useful, but I tell people you want to have the majority of your links do follow. No follow, or like I said, they're still useful. It's still a link, but it's not passing back the authority that it should. And so I wanted to look up home cleaning, and I saw that they've got 621 referring domains, giving them a little bit over, I believe it's 1,000 backlinks. And so you can see their domain rating and URL rating is, of course, benefiting from these backlinks. But the cool thing about this tool that I love is that if I click here, see, let me show you this. This is really awesome. I can see exactly where the backlinks are coming from. I'm quite competitive, and so when I'm working with a business, I love to see what the competition is doing to outrank whoever I'm working with and do more than that. So like I said, Google is a popularity contest. And so if we can beat out a business's website in content, if we can beat out their website in citations, if we can beat out their website in backlinks, then we beat out the competition. And so what I tell people is that there are even some businesses that may be outranking yours right now, Betty, online, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are a better business in the job they do. I know you guys do excellent work, and so all you would need is someone to come along who knows their stuff about SEO and see where the weak points are of the competition and begin to outrank them that way. And really give your site, like I said, the attention it deserves. So yeah, I'm not going to prolong this. I want to be respectful of you guys' time. But again, thank you, Shelly, so much for answering my call, and thank you, Betty, for taking a look at this video. I really appreciate your time. If you got any questions about anything you've seen or heard, please feel free to reach out to me, and I look forward to talking to you soon. All right, bye bye.